mid. Sorry.
All right, let's get it.
Hey, man, why are you staring at the ground in that photo?
What photo? Oh, that. Oh yeah. I was looking at my shoes, you know. But anyway, welcome to the Throwdown, man. Episode 166. I'm your host, Ben Brandon from the block. Whatever you want to call me, man. Here with another episode, man. Hey, man. NFL. What week is this? 8?
Yeah, week 8, man.
Week 8.
Yeah.
Dang, time
we're flying by.
We're flying by, man.
We are officially halfway.
For sure. But yo, Champ, what's going on, bro?
Man, always a privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to share the stage on the Throwdown with my distant brother, Brandon from the block.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, if I put on a hat, we can pass for brothers. You know what I'm saying? So my grandfather has a lot of explaining to do. But you know.
Bro, what's going on, man?
Not much. I mean, about to ask. What more can we say?
Straight like that. Yo, Kieran, what's going on?
Oh man, I had a great day yesterday.
Oh hell.
Oh man, I can't wait to talk about it.
Oh hell, what?
Oh hell. But
that's in ATL.
Sure. Hey, Coach, what's going on?
It's happening, man. Hey, man, I've been having a great Monday. You know, great music has dropped this Monday.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Creator. Yeah. Like great music. Other than that, man, great Monday, great weekend, everything.
Type shit.
What's up, boys?
It's always a great weekend when the Cowboys lose.
Got that right. Cook. Yo, BOF, what's going on?
But unfortunately, also the Niners won. So
yeah. What's good, BOF?
I can't complain, man. Life is good. Always a pleasure hopping on the Throwdown with you, Brandon. And I'm just ready to, man. You know how it is, man. I'm ready to get into it, man. And it's always awesome sharing the stage with all the fellas here, man. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Karen, I know you happy as hell. You just cheesing like a Cheshire cat over there.
Hey, Harrison, what's going on, bro?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
No.
But I can't complain. Blessed to be alive another day, you know. Shout to Jalen Coker from the Panthers, by the way. 4 receptions, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Even though we lost, man's underrated. Bro's underrated.
Like for one game.
That's crazy. But hey, man, let's get straight into it, bro. The Bills, man. Josh Allen has been going crazy this year, man. They beat my Seattle Seahawks. I mean, the whooping.
Where did I put it? Oh, I found it. Hold on.
What?
He's getting the belt. He's getting
the belt out.
Here we go. But anyways, beat the Seahawks 31-10. Josh Allen 283 yards, 2 touchdowns. James Cook running that ball. UGA. Shout out Champ. Shout out Coacher. Shout out Chris. 111 yards, 17 carries, 2 touchdowns. And the Seahawks just couldn't get nothing going. It's just that simple. I just want to hear from y'all, man. Is Josh Allen right now, is he the MVP?
Yes.
He should be.
Yes. Yes.
I think it's still a 3-man race between Lamar, Derrick Henry, and Jared Goff. And I think a dark horse if he were to start reeling off a few games without his star receiver would be Baker, because the thing is he's thrown 21 touchdowns thus far this year.
That is true.
He's thrown 21 touchdowns. So, I mean, he's on pace to break records out of the behind. So I think this is Josh Allen's best year. This is his best year, arguably, but I still think it's a 3-man race. Jared Goff, I still think that Derrick Henry has a shot, and Lamar Jackson. And if Bateman doesn't drop 2 critical passes, we're having a different conversation today about the Baltimore because of the great words of Major Payne. Bateman, what's the matter? You can't see either, but apparently not.
Oh,
Wow.
Damn.
But good God, I ain't never seen. I mean, how does a pass hit you right in your chest and you still drop it? I mean, it hit you right in your chest. So I mean, it was crazy. But if Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens had beaten the Cleveland Browns last night, we'd be having another conversation about them as well today. Because remember, Derrick Henry is only 70 yards away from 1,000 yards, and it's still almost 10 games left. I mean, Lamar Jackson's having his best season. Jared Goff, although he had only like 87 yards last night, that team is looking unstoppable.
Yeah.
And with him at the helm, you know, hey, even when that running game is not on, he could do his job and get some passes off. So I still think it's a 3-man race in there. But like I said, I don't think enough credit is being given to Baker right now. And I think that a lot of that has to do with right now, they are like 4-4, I think. They're 4-4. And you know, and regardless of him throwing interceptions last night, he had a hell of a performance against my Atlanta Falcons last night, to be honest with you, especially on that 9 drive on the way down. If one or two things happen, you know, he's getting in that end zone. But thankfully, the Falcons did not falcon. Thank you.
Yeah,
and we was able to come out, and we was able to come out on top. But I think that if he starts reeling off games, especially with his receivers missing, with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans missing for the next couple of games, I think that we need to have some legitimate conversation, because I know the Cleveland Browns are kicking themselves in behind right now with a size 25 shoe for letting Baker go at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, who else want to go? Kerry, you want to go?
Yeah, I said this on PSP's podcast. I think the way that Lamar is going to win MVP, he's got to beat the Steelers once, because if they are the 5 seed, like going into the playoffs, I don't think he's going to win it, because seeding does matter at the end of the day. Like, it's always mattered for the MVP race most of the time. I think the last time like a top 2 seed hasn't won it was Peyton Manning in 2008. So I think if the Ravens are if Lamar's gonna win MVP, like they're gonna have to win their division. Like, and right now the Steelers. Hey, I'm just saying, you know.
And hey, let it out, Kerry. Lay it out, Kerry.
The Steelers look good. Like, the Steelers do look good this year. I'm not denying it, but
and the Steelers have won what is it? 7 out of the last 8 against the Ravens.
Yeah, something like
we're
that.
7-1.
They've been.
And people
so
are.
The answer is yes. Okay,
But for me, it's Josh Allen. Like, right now, it's Josh Allen. He's leading one of the best offenses. He's thrown 1 interception. 1. He was the last starter, like the minimum amount of games required to throw an interception, and he's leading a top 5 offense in the league. So, and also they're 6-2. So, I said this on PSPs. It's going to come down to seeding at the end of the day, and if the Bills win their division, they're a top 2 seed. There's no doubt in my mind Josh Allen's winning MVP.
Okay, all right, Coach, go ahead, bro. Then we get to Brian.
Hey, man, I'm with Derrick Henry, man. Win that shit. Go get that shit.
Derrick Henry MVP?
I don't think. I
love to see it. It's now a quarterback award at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I want to see him win it, man. I
want to agree with you, but I also know that it's a quarterback award.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that.
I don't like it like that though, but
exactly, bro.
I'm gonna say
this.
In
2019 and doesn't win. He didn't win Offensive Player of the Year or MVP. I mean,
I'm gonna say this right here, right?
Because wait, who won it last year?
No, it was Lamar.
No, Lamar.
Lamar won it last year.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right now. If Tyreek Hill or CMC couldn't win MVP last year, I don't think any skill position players winning it ever again. Because the quarterback play last year was pretty pathetic.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill didn't even get a vote.
Tyreek Hill did not get
Which
one
was-
vote.
which was crazy.
And he had one of the greatest seasons from a wide receiver ever.
Well, I think the funniest part about the whole MVP thing last year was everyone was so annoyed that Lamar wasn't unanimous. I'm like, in what world was he?
In what world should he have been unanimous?
Bro, Josh Allen didn't get a vote.
He got one vote.
No, it was Dak.
No, I thought it was 49 for Lamar and 1 for Josh Allen.
I swear to God, it was Dak.
I'm gonna look it up.
I thought
Yeah,
it. I thought it,
pretty long,
but anyway. No, it's like crazy because like before the Niners game, Lamar was not even in the conversation.
No, you won't.
And then, yeah, he played good against the Niners, but it wasn't like a crazy performance. It was like, I mean, Brock Purdy probably played the worst quarterback game I've ever seen in my life. But I don't know. They never get the to me the MVP criteria makes no sense. I feel like it should just go to the best quarterback like this season. I don't know. I always thought that way, but I guess not.
For sure. Go ahead, bro.
No, I mean, like Chip said, it's going to be a close race. Like, I know Lamar has more passing yards and passing touchdowns than Josh Allen right now, but Josh Allen, I mean, everyone was talking last year about too many turnovers, too many interceptions, too many fumbles. He has lowered those numbers significantly. Yes, he only has about 1,500 yards right now, and Lamar Jackson's almost at 2,100. But the one thing that I've also seen some people say is, well, Lamar beat Josh Allen head-to-head, so that should count for something. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't.
It's never mattered.
That doesn't matter.
It's never mattered because, like, honestly, can I say Gardner Minshew is better or should be MVP? Because he beat Lamar this year.
Yeah. Like, how many years did Manning win MVP, yet he lost to Tom Brady? Like,
a lot. Like, he lost to Brady a lot. I mean,
like, the whole head-to-head thing does not matter because this is not like, oh, it's a playoff spot. Then that matters because it comes into playoff tiebreakers. But when it comes to the MVP, no, that does not matter whatsoever.
now what matters is seeding. Like, that matters. Like, the amount of, like, wins and losses you have matters. Like, because guarantee you, if Drew Brees had, like, 10 wins every year, he'd probably get more MVP votes every year, but he didn't. So,
Like, the last time seeding was kind of thrown out the window for MVP voting. It's not even in this sport. It was the NBA a couple years ago.
Russell
when-
Westbrook.
No, well, Jokic especially. When Jokic,
Oh, yeah. Jokic, too.
I think the 6th seed in the West, yet Embiid had the Sixers as the 3 seed in the East.
Yeah.
Sure. Hey, BRF, what's your thoughts, man? If you think Josh Allen MVP?
If you're going by, if we're looking at it as like valuable, like most valuable player, if we're putting an emphasis on this word, it's Josh Allen. It's Josh Allen. I mean, look at what he's doing with the Buffalo Bills. I mean, like, is it safe to say the only true, like, okay, he did get Amari Cooper, but even still, like, before Amari Cooper got there, the only Pro Bowl caliber player that can make the Pro Bowl outside of him is who? James Cook?
Kincaid, maybe.
Maybe
like,
Kincaid?
And James Cook has been up and down this season. Like, he's been hurt, too.
Exactly. So Josh Allen has practically been, like, he's pretty much carried this team on his back to a 6-2 record. And in all intents and purposes, for me, I think the AFC East is already done. I think they're going to win it. I think the AFC is already over.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, like, what are you doing with the team that's constructed around you? And I feel like Josh Allen has done the most with less. So I mean, if you're looking at it from a value perspective, for me, it's Josh Allen. Now I will say this much though. If Lamar Jackson goes 4,000 and goes 4,000 passing, 1,000 rushing, which he's very capable of doing, that's gonna look good in a lot of voters' eyes. It's gonna look good in a lot of voters' eyes. He'll be the first quarterback to ever do it. So it's gonna look good in a lot of voters' eyes, and you're not gonna be able to, like, sneeze at that. You just can't. And then you're looking at someone like Jared Goff in Detroit. If he puts up insane numbers and Detroit gets the number 1 seed in the NFC, I mean, he's definitely going to get votes. I mean, I don't know. It's one of the reasons why I don't really like talking about the MVP award that much, because a quarterback's going to win it.
Yeah.
And it takes away from the award because I feel like if there was ever a year a skill position player should have won it, it's last year. And like Kieran said, if CMC or Tyreek Hill could not win the award, because my vote went to Christian McCaffrey. I ain't gonna front. I would have gave it to Christian McCaffrey.
I was about to say that. I was like, Christian McCaffrey.
I gave it to him. And the fact that him or Tyreek wasn't even nowhere near first place as far as votes. That's why it's like I don't necessarily like talking about the award, because a quarterback's gonna get it. And the last couple of years, I mean, the quarterback play ain't been the greatest, to say the least. So I mean, it's like I understand the quarterback has his hands on the ball every single play, so he's gonna have the most shots to do the most damage to make the most plays to get the most yardage. He's got a shot to make more impact than any other player on the field because he's gonna have his hands on the ball every given snap. But even still, though, if a skill position player just comes out when the quarterback play is down and do what Tyreek and Christian McCaffrey did last year, can we at least give them some votes, some more consideration? That's all I'm saying. I would give it to Josh Allen right now, just because to me he's fitting the criteria the greatest as far as what most valuable player is. But I just feel like, I feel like in years like the last couple of years, if you got some skill position players that are standing out and doing the thing when quarterback play is down, show them a little more love and give them some more respect, and not just run to the quarterback just because it's the quarterback. But I will say Josh Allen fits the criteria more than anybody this year. I'd give it to Josh Allen.
I think.
I agree with that. Because also, Stephon Diggs is gone. That means that Josh Allen's numbers are not going to be as good. Yet you brought up a really good point of doing more with less. Because, correct me if I'm mistaken, isn't Khalil Shakir his leading receiver right now?
Mm-hmm. At this point, I think so.
Now Amari Cooper, since he just got in.
By the way, you know how many yards Amari Cooper had yesterday?
None.
Three.
Oh.
3.
Yeah, they haven't really utilizing them like that. Yeah, man. Harrison, what's your thoughts, bro? We'll move on to the next topic.
I got no comments. I mean, I'll say this right now. Yes, Josh Allen's winning MVP. This is why he's by far one of the second or third best quarterbacks in this game. Yeah.
No, and also the thing about Josh Allen last year, right? He had 45 touchdowns. He was the only one. He's the only quarterback ever to have 45 touchdowns in a season and not win MVP. Or close to 50.
Well, no, the biggest injustice was back in, I think it was 2012. I think it was when Drew Brees led the league in every statistical category and still didn't win.
He had 29 last year.
No, I'm talking total.
Oh, total, yeah. He had close to 40. I think he had 44, maybe. But yeah, that's pretty much 40.
They was holding their turnovers against them last year, though.
I mean,
yeah, they almost got to Brock Purdy, but thank God he had a terrible game against the Ravens. But I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. Yes, Josh Allen deserves the MVP.
Okay, for sure. All right, y'all. Let's move on, man.
Wait. I got. Well, hold on. I appreciate you, Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying, for doing our services that we couldn't do last week. Also,
wow, that's insane.
Yes, sir.
Bell to ass.
Bell to ass.
What a
I can't stand you, Coach. I swear to God, I can't, bro. I can't stand you, bro.
Yeah, Josh Allen. You feel me?
We talk about the Ravens.
I appreciate you, man.
Well, hey, Grant, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, y'all? Good to see you, boys. Shout out to
the what's good with you, Grant?
Shout out to the guys. I'm working on fixing this camera, so give me a minute. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna switch to the old one. But keep going. Don't mind me.
For sure. Karen, what'd you say?
We talk about the Ravens and Browns now.
Jameis Winston redemption arc.
God,
Karen's gonna get negative already. Anyway, let's get straight to it, bro. I don't know why I don't know how it happened. I didn't watch the game or nothing. But there's no way in hell Jameis Winston came out there and beat the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
So
here's something Brian didn't know. This was only his second career game with 300 plus passing touchdowns, 3 passing TDs, and 0 interceptions.
And Deshaun Watson, Mr. You know what? We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there. But Deshaun Watson, it's looking bad for him.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, you mean Deshaun Diddy? Yeah.
Hey, champ.
Damn it.
I tried it.
Hey, champ. Hey, real quick. Hey, champ. You remember what I said at PSP's podcast? We'll just say he graduated songs. You remember what song I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
What's up?
I said he graduated from Mr. Touch My Body to Mr. Satisfy You by Diddy.
God.
You be talking about me dropping pipe bombs on my show. You just as bad as I am.
Bro, let me tell you something. As much as I've supported Deshaun Watson, the way that he's been crapping the bed these last 2 years, nah, I can't stand it no more, man. I'm tired of him. Get him off my site. Get him out of my site. Get him out of my site.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
Champ, what's your thoughts, bro?
Number one, man, how in the blankety blank how the blankety blank do you let Jameis Winston, who hasn't started in years, come out and throw for over 300 yards? And the thing is, people don't understand this. Look, coming into this game, the Baltimore Ravens was the highest scoring offense in the league next to the Washington Commanders. And he went out there and outscored them. Now, granted, people are going to say, well, they was missing their safety, they was missing their corner. But regardless, he outscored not only the highest scoring offense in the league right now, but he had 2 MVP candidates on the other side of that ball. When you talk about Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, there's 2 potential league MVPs on that team. He came out there and made that defense look invisible.
Yeah.
He made them look invisible. And that's more further indictment on not only Deshaun Watson, but the Cleveland Browns, because you saw this earlier in the season. Why didn't you make this move sooner? Why did fate have to intervene in order to make the decision for you? Because the thing is this, you got to think about this. Where would y'all be right now if y'all went on ahead and just said, you know what, man, look, you can sit back and you can make all that money. You can sit in hot tubs with champagne all you want to. We got to win a football game. We got to win a football game. And they brought in Jameis Winston.
Oh, my God.
And you got to ask yourself this, man. What are you going to do? The biggest question is not what you're going to do this year. What are you going to do next year when you have a top 10 pick? Because you got to ask yourself,
Cam Ward?
Nah.
I'm gonna just be real.
No, we don't want Cam Ward to get ruined. We don't want
He
him.
better than Deshaun Watson.
I'm gonna just be real. Look, either you need to be looking at Cam or you need to be looking at Colorado.
Should do it.
No.
Yes, ruin him.
Yeah, go ahead. No, because the thing is, look, that offensive line up there is looking pretty good. The offensive line is good. The receivers are good. You have a Pro Bowl tight end, and you got a hell of a defense.
Hey, Chad, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Where do you rank the Cleveland Browns offensive line?
I mean, when it's fully healthy.
When it's fully healthy.
When it's
Fully healthy, it's one.
When it's actually fully healthy, it's one of the 5
It
best
is top
offensive lines.
10. It's just
It's top 5. It's top 5. It's top 5 when it's fully healthy.
When fully healthy, it's top 5. They just had a lot of injuries. But look, the thing is this: we're making that excuse. But look, half the offensive line was out last year during the down the stretch of the season. Joe Flacco, who came out of the bakery eating bagels with me, he still made them look good.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Joe Flacco was eating charcuterie boards. He came right out of there and went on the field and threw 8 touchdowns.
There you go.
And so,
you're not wrong though.
What are we talking about here?
Agreed.
Even with a bad offensive line, Joe Flacco made that offense better than it was. Now you have Jameis Winston doing the same thing. And one thing, Deshaun Watson better hope he better go to church on Sunday and go pray to God for this. He better hope that somehow Jameis Winston and this team doesn't make a comeback, not only in this division, but to try to make it to the playoffs. He better hope that does not happen, because I think they're like 2-6 right now. Because if they're able to come back and win 7 games and reel off a few and make the playoffs, in the great words of Joe Budden, you'll be forced to leave early like you Byron Scott.
Damn.
Yeah, down to 2-6, bro.
Who's next? Who's next?
I'll go.
Karen.
I'll go.
Please,
Karen,
Karen,
you go.
go.
I'll let you go.
Please.
Go
Karen
ahead.
did Grant. Karen did Grant because Grant haven't really talked. Go ahead, Karen. Go ahead, Karen.
The Ravens need to shut up, man. They need to shut up. Because
God.
I saw Lamar Jackson say a side comment. He's like, "Oh, the sun was glaring today." Bro, shut up.
It was
The
so
Browns had the same excuse.
I know, bro.
The Browns had the same excuse. You're
Yeah.
gonna blame the sun for like dropping passes?
That's like an outfielder saying, "Oh, the sun was in my eye." Then wear sunglasses.
Like, bro, I swear to God, they gotta shut up. They gotta shut up.
And then they wear visors, so they got.
I got a lot of comments like, "Oh, we want Pittsburgh. We could beat Pittsburgh this year." How about you beat the 1-6 Browns first?
Yeah.
Cook.
Bro, like I'm tired of it. And
Bro.
everyone is playing the DBs. What did the offense do in the first half?
Completely fell apart.
Shit the bed. Terrible.
Just look at the first. Just look at the only 2 teams they've lost to, bro.
They lost to the Raiders, the Browns, Gardner Minshew, Jameis Winston, who didn't play all season.
Wait, hold on. And also, more important thing, they choked away a 10-point lead with 2 minutes left in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Lamar Jackson, I saw you miss Zay Flowers wide open. Come on, bro.
Can I go?
Also, again,
I'm gonna let Grant though. Grant.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you good.
This Ravens defense is bad. It's horrible.
For sure.
I don't think I said before.
They're the bottom. You know what's funny, Karen? I just saw the stat. They're at the bottom of the league in pass yards given up this season right now.
Oh my god!
But they're at the top of the league in rush yards given up this season. That's 69.
And what? So I said before the season. What are they?
Hilarious.
Defense.
You know what I said before the season? They have an inconsistent pass rush, and they're missing their defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
That is going to be touted for a bad secondary. It's going to be bad. It's been bad all year. They got lit up by Joe Burrow. They got lit up by Gardner Minshew.
Make sure I like the video.
They got lit up by Jameis Winston. I'm sorry, they're cooked. They're cooked on defense. They're cooked.
For sure.
But hey,
the Ravens are going to be. If the Ravens don't score 30 every game, they're going to lose. They're going to lose.
They're good. But shout out Kyle Rager. I mean Hamilton for dropping a wide open interception.
They ain't my best safety in the league. But anyways, on Grant.
He definitely ain't my best safety in the league, but we're gonna keep that for another conversation.
Hey, Jesse Bates better. Jesse Bates.
We know who the best safety in the league is.
Jesse Bates better.
It's Winfield, baby. It's Winfield.
I'm not. Whoa. Huh?
Okay, let's not act like that's not like that.
No, Winfield
not
nice.
Crazy.
You gonna bring up? Wait, hold on. You gonna bring up the ops?
Yeah. What's wrong with
Yeah,
that?
hold on. You gonna bring up the ops when he just?
No, saying Antoine Winfield isn't crazy, but it's Jesse Bates.
Man,
saying Winfield's not crazy.
Stop it. In both Tampa games, you see why he's the best safety in the league. You see why? Forced fumbles.
I saw Baker lit them up.
Not on Jesse Bates' hands. Not on his hands.
We can rewatch. We can
when
rewatch
that film comes out. I'm gonna have to see that.
I hope y'all didn't forget about Justice Simmons.
He didn't play last game.
Yeah, he was out.
He was out.
That's I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. Falcons really got top 5 safety, 2 top 5. That's crazy.
Best safety tandem, man. Come on. Man.
Oh yeah, it's seatbelt city back there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They've been,
But
they've been-
anyways,
Except for when it comes
By
to
the,
our
by the
corners.
way,
when exactly.
anyway.
Grant, you got anything to say about this? Then we go to Harrison.
No, look, I'll just say this, man. Jameis Winston was the last person I expected to beat the Baltimore Ravens in his debut game. And for him to, putting 300 passing yards up and the game-winning touchdown to put the game away is ridiculous for me. That's crazy. And I think this Browns team has just been literally suffocated with Deshaun Watson, and seeing a fresh new face on that offense gives me some life into that team. And I agree with Champ. I don't know if they can make a playoff push, but if they start getting the momentum and they start finding a way to win, we could have a conversation 3 weeks before the end of the season. Maybe
He got to go.
They got
He
to
got to go.
I got to see him against the Steelers, though.
No. I said this on PSP's podcast. Deshaun Watson, it's time to retire.
Yeah.
It's time to retire.
But the
I
thing is, even if he retires, they still got to pay him $171
$70
million.
million.
It's still a cap hit.
Hey, listen. Mistakes were made, right? Denver's taking Russ's contract right now.
That's $90 million versus $170
That's $90 million versus
It
paying you do $230 million.
It doesn't matter. Okay, $90 million is still a lot. Let's stop.
No, I'm not saying it's not a lot. It's just
Yeah, listen,
if you look at everything that Cleveland sacrificed in order to make that trade happen, they're having to pay more in the long run than what Denver's having to do.
No, I agree. I agree with that. But like, you can't start him. He's terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, you
I
can't
agree.
start him, but at the same time, I'm not finna release you either.
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
The thing is, either you gonna play, or in the great words of that coach from Varsity Blues, you're gonna sit your ass down on that bench until I'm done with you, until I'm done paying you. Because guess what? You're not finna. Guess what? I understand that you were not good, and like I said, you want to sit in the hot tubs with Mia Khalifa and all that bull jive you was doing. So guess what? You can do all that. No. Guess what? I'm not done until you serve your commitment. You're not leaving this team, and even if I have to sit you on down. So guess what? If that means Sador Sanders gets drafted next year, and your behind goes on that bench, and you go back home and sit Chris Style all night long, that's just what happens.
That's gonna have to be it. Look,
perfect time, man.
Varsity Blues, man, forget Coach Kilmer.
And I'll say this real quick about
Get the hell
Baltimore.
out of this, Billy Bob. It's got nothing to do with you.
Hey, Champ. Didn't you say Deshaun Watson need to go to church and pray?
Yeah, he need to go to church.
He need to go to Jameis
They won't even allow it.
He need to go to Jameis Winston's church. You forget he's a pastor.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the church you need to go to.
Hey, listen.
Martin Luther King Winston.
Listen. Jameis Winston's church is the last church I want to go to.
What?
You don't know the history about Jameis Winston?
That's that crazy work, bro.
Nah.
I agree.
Harrison.
I want him to go to church and pray for his forgiveness before he might ultimately go to jail.
Yeah, you see when you talk about him after that game, he said,
You're gonna be hearing that Akon. You're gonna be hearing that Akon music going down the police car. I got locked up.
What the fuck?
Hey man, look, hey, Deshaun Watson, listen to me, man. Listen to me, bro. Listen to me, Deshaun. If you don't have a future in the NFL, there's always West Coast Productions, bro.
Wow. Wait, is it my turn now?
Yeah, all I was gonna say is I'll say this about Baltimore. Holy crap. You know what I hate? You know what I hate about being a Lamar fan? Having to defend crap like this. Like Lamar. Dog, you better than this. Get it together. And I'm so tired of watching Baltimore fall apart. Get it together. If this defense ain't gonna play well, if this I know you love it, but I don't because I'm a Lamar fan. If this defense don't get it I know. I have to hear it from Mookie every day.
I'm having fun that Dak is completely falling apart. Because
Hey,
He won MVP
Ron.
last year. This season, he's gonna prove why he should have won it last.
Oh, Dak is him. Hey, Braun, I watched Dak lay an egg
Dak's
last
top
night,
five,
and
right?
Eric Ten Hag gets sacked
Yeah,
in the morning.
that's what
God
I'm
is
saying.
good. God is
Exactly.
good.
God is great.
All right, go Harrison. Go Harrison.
All right, okay. It's like James, like the word from Eminem. It's once in a lifetime, and guess what? Jameis Winston, out of nowhere, out of the blue, throw over 300 yards and how many touchdowns? Two touchdowns.
No, three.
Three touchdowns. Okay, my fault.
Three piece.
But
Wow.
man, I honestly did not see that one coming. I honestly did not see that one coming whatsoever. What, bro?
I said they must have offered him free crab legs for that one.
No, Brandon. You know it's a James.
Oh my
You know
God.
it's a Jameis Winston.
Karen, can I please finish? Let me finish, please.
No, I'm a Steelers fan. Fuck it.
Pipe bomb.
Wow.
All I'm gonna say is it's like what Eminem said is once in a lifetime, and Jameis Winston got the job done. And I'm just lost for words of Jameis Winston. But hey, he's now. I'm pretty sure he could be now the franchise. I'm gonna troll on this one, but he's gonna be the franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns now.
Anyway,
but all I'm gonna say is once in a lifetime, and James Winston got the job done. And
by the
Lamar,
way,
Go ahead, Karen. Go ahead, bro.
by the way,
PSP.
God damn.
PSP. Jeez.
By the way,
Yeah.
they need to take away the Ravens mics. They should not be doing press conference anymore because the way they were complaining about the sun is the biggest excuse for a loss I've ever seen in my life. Jameis Winston. This is such a Jameis Winston type game. He threw 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also had 4 dropped interceptions. So good job, Ravens.
Yeah, don't make excuses if you're not going to win. That's what frustrates me. Baltimore, it's the same thing I said, Kieran, when they played Vegas. I get it if it's a game where you're down and you completely fall apart, but the fact that this is another game where your defense was non-existent the whole game, and it completely let Jameis Winston go all. I don't even know the words I can use to say this. Basically, you let Jameis Winston have a freaking party all over on the other side of the field, and it's just. I just don't know what Baltimore wants to do. Look, I still think, in my opinion, right now, I think this division is still going to go between either Baltimore or Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah.
And if the defense isn't going to work out for Baltimore, they're about to have an ugly season. So.
Now listen. They're gonna have to beat Cincinnati in 2 weeks for them to get back on track. And you know Cincinnati has been pissed off ever since they started 1-4. So remember the last time they played Cincinnati, Joe Burrow went crazy. So we'll see what happens.
Harrison, you got anything else to say before we move on?
No,
Oh yeah, I forgot Harrison existed.
That's wild.
That's me, Ginger. No.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Insist here.
Harrison, go ahead, bro.
No, I got nothing. All I'm gonna say is just congrats to Jameis Winston. Just like Eminem said, once in a lifetime.
He's ham.
For sure. All right, y'all. Let's move on, man. I don't know what's going on with CJ Stroud right now. I'm not saying he having a sophomore slump. I'm not saying that, but he ain't playing what we expect of him because we thought he was gonna go to this next level. You know.
Yeah.
I just want to hear from y'all. What's y'all thoughts on CJ Stroud right now? Although they did win yesterday, they did win.
I'm just gonna say this about the Texans: is it safe to say that they are like the least impressive 6-2 team in the league right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why they're unimpressive is because, number one, I will say this. We thought that it was going to be all of this high-powered offense, to be honest with you. We thought it was going to be lights out, throwing for 300, 400 yards a game with all these receivers that they have. And come to find out, it's just Joe Mixon in that defense for the majority of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be real. You know, Joe Mixon, although C.J. Stroud had, he had a decent, good game.
Wow.
Although he had a decent, good game, the star of that game the last few games has been Joe Mixon and that running game. And you see, and my thing is, look, you're seeing that with a lot of teams this year, man. You're seeing that with a lot of teams. And yes, it's ugly, but when you're in the South, when you're in the AFC South, do you really have to win pretty? Do you? I mean, especially with the mediocre quarterbacks that you have to deal with. You have to deal with Anthony Richardson. You have to deal with the mayonnaise man, and you have to deal with the overplayed T-Mid. I mean, do you really have to win pretty? Do you have to win pretty?
I'm not gonna lie.
I always tell people this, man.
Yeah,
Okay. To be fair,
but at the same time, wasn't this team? Oh, they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl in the next 3 years.
Yeah,
Like a team that is gonna get their ass blown out in the wild card first goddamn game.
I don't think they get blown out in the first round, but like I said, they're trying to find their footing with some of these new receivers that they have, especially with Stephon Diggs, and they had a few injuries here and there. But like I said, it's called winning ugly. I mean, they're winning more so with the running game than the passing game that we thought they was going to win with. That defense is still top notch, and guess what? You really don't have to be at your optimum in the AFC South. You don't have to be at the optimum in the AFC South at this point in time. And like I said, it's the first half of the season, and then it's the second half. Let's see what they do in the second half of the season. I think CJ Stroud and those guys will be fine. But I will say this, man. Look, PSP asked the question, should Anthony Richardson be benched?
Yes.
We always answer these questions about other quarterbacks. We talking about T-Mid. We talk about, Tua talk about Loa. When are we going to start having these conversations about Anthony Richardson? Especially after you tapped out of a game yesterday because you're quote unquote tired. Now, if you fail to do your off-season conditioning, if you fail to prepare, you prepared to fail. Because I ain't seen the slowest quarterback do something like that. I've seen some quarterbacks. I've seen some quarterbacks that run like born in rubble. I ain't never seen no quarterback do that.
Can I top of that, please?
Go ahead.
That I have never, after 12 years of watching football, I have never ever seen a quarterback do that before ever. I just can't believe a quarterback did that. That's just absolutely that's honestly just diabolical. I played two sports. I played baseball, I did wrestling. You don't say I'm tired. That's for damn sure. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if your career, it doesn't matter if it's sports, or whatever. At the end of the day, you don't say I'm tired. That's giving up on
the
your
number
career.
one hate word in football, bro.
Again,
what
in the great
fuck?
words of John Wooten, fatigue will make a coward out of you.
Amen, brother.
The two no words in football.
Yo, Brandon, can I go about the Texans?
And hurt.
Hold on, almost done.
Because you don't say that you're hurt. It's either you're hurt or you're injured. When you're injured, then you're actually injured. When you're hurt, you can still play through it.
Right.
Exactly. Everybody. I mean, you playing football, everybody hurt. You wake up. I mean, you wake up in the morning hurt.
Shit. I mean, shit. Throughout camp, I used to have a full, pretty much a full sleeve tattoo of just bruises, and I could barely lift my arm.
These grown ass men, by the way, so everything hurt.
Everything.
I ain't doing shit for real, but I hurt.
Continue, Harrison.
They getting Charlie horses in both legs by the time they walk off the field into the parking lot.
Continue, Harrison.
But all I'm gonna say is right now, as a guy who plays sports, I'm pretty sure everyone on this panel played sports before. You don't say that. That's just honestly just giving up on your career. You don't do that whatsoever. That's all I'm gonna say.
Especially as a quarterback.
Yeah.
What?
Hey,
the franchise quarterback that for the future saying I'm tired. Listen, honestly, at the end of the day, honesty is the best policy at the end of the day, but sometimes you gotta keep it in your head sometimes. Think before you speak.
Oh, you tired. Yeah. Tell the offensive lineman that and see how long it takes for you to get cursed out.
Oh man,
bro. What?
Hey, Kieran, go ahead, bro.
This Texans team's weird, man. The running game is good, but the passing game is
mid.
Okay, it's not crazy. They just lost Stephon Diggs. Nico Collins has been out. So you're relying on Tank Dell, who hasn't really done anything this season. They haven't really blown out a team like at all. They got destroyed by the Vikings.
Yep.
And it took a 9-30 game to beat Buffalo from Josh Allen. Like, I don't know. Like, the injuries are piling up. Their offensive line, which was the biggest concern for me coming into the season, their pass protection is not that great. The run game, like the run protection, has actually been good. But I don't know what's going on with CJ Stroud. He's got to figure it out. He's got to play better. Like, if they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year because I don't know how Nico's going to be back, like how good he's going to be, because he was on a historic pace before he got hurt. But I don't know. And then
they still have Detroit, Kansas City, and Baltimore left on their schedule.
Yeah.
I think they lose all those games.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
And also, Anthony Richardson's a bust, by the way. He's the next version of RG3.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Oh, I'm saying right now, dude's a bust.
Okay.
Dude's a bust.
Okay. No. Let me handle this. Okay.
Wait. I want to talk about Anthony Richardson because
go ahead.
I think a horrible take about Anthony Richardson before the year. Said he was going to be an MVP candidate.
You sure did.
Age will like expired milk.
Here's my thing about Anthony Richardson. Okay. Anthony Richardson barely played in college. He played one full season of college. He hasn't even played a full season in the NFL yet. And I get it. He's been horrible, but he's also a project quarterback. Not every project quarterback is good day one. Josh Allen was horrible. Lamar Jackson was average his first year. A lot of project quarterbacks also don't work out. Trey Lance was bad. Like, he was awful. So my thing about Anthony Richardson, you can't bench him, because if you bench him, it's going to ruin his confidence, and it means you just don't have faith in him for the future.
To be honest with you, I mean, I would rather bench him and him to learn a little bit more than for him to go out there and get himself. I mean, because if you're saying that you're tired right now in week 8, you in week 8. This ain't week 1.
Yeah.
Week 1, I can understand. You know what I'm saying? You still going out there. You know, you can attest to this, bro. You an offensive line. You going out there, you're trying to get hit. That's the first couple of games you trying to get used to getting hit, because you ain't been hit for the last 6 months. But when you are in week 8 and your conditioning is that bad, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And the thing is this. It was a reach in order to take him that high in the first place.
No, I know that.
And the thing is this. People got to learn this. A lot of these general managers are going to learn this. A lot of general managers was looking at Lamar Jackson and kicking themselves in the buttocks because they was looking for that. But not every running quarterback. And I put this on a video about 2 years ago when he first came out, because a couple years ago when he first came out, everybody from the SEC, which I'm an SEC guy, was talking about Will Levis, the mayonnaise man, and Anthony Richardson. And I kept telling them, do not draft neither one of those guys. And number one on Anthony Richardson, because not every quarterback that's a project quarterback is a Randall Cunningham, a Michael Vick, or a Lamar Jackson. And you're seeing the results of that. He didn't even do that much in Florida. His first 3 games in his last season, his last season, he threw 2 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. In one of the games, he didn't even throw a touchdown and go for over 100 yards. So how do you get him go from that to being the 4th overall pick? Let me guess, you pocket watching the Baltimore Ravens and you're looking at what Lamar Jackson is, because you're kicking yourself right now because you said he wasn't a quarterback. But
I remember his first year against LSU in 2021. He came in as a sub and threw 0 touchdowns to 3 picks.
Exactly. And the thing is, not every last one of those project quarterbacks are some of the all-time greats when you think about running quarterback. And ironically, the very 2 guys that I said do not draft in Anthony Richardson and Will Levis are now in the same division, stinking the joint up. And ironically, you have one of the best offensive minds in the league with Shane Steichen. Look what he did with Jalen Hurts. Look what he did with Joe Flacco when he's on the field. So guess what? If you bench him now, maybe you can salvage the season and make him get back on track a little bit later. But the thing is, your conditioning is shot. If you are in week 8, if you talking about something you tired, newsflash, the folks that just got up earlier and went to the car plant, they tired. You don't know the meaning of tired. I'm just gonna be real with you. And if you didn't condition yourself in order for your body to handle this season as a running quarterback, then hell, you don't need to be starting.
For sure.
All I'm
Hey,
gonna
yo,
say-
Chris,
Wait.
Hold on, before before anybody says, Chris, what's going on, bro? What's
Cook
going
that
on?
bum, champ. Cook that bum, bro.
All right.
Bum crazy.
Kyle Trask is better than him, bro.
All right,
Kyle
all right.
Trask is better at UF than AR, man. Come on, now.
No, listen, I understand. Like Anthony Richardson has been horrible, but like he's also been injured a lot. Like a lot. Like he had the shoulder injury last year. He got injured in like week 2 of this year. He had a rib injury. So yeah, like I get what, like I know it's terrible that he said I was tired. But like you know what a rib injury is. Like, bro, like it's not easy to come back from after 2 weeks.
Yeah, I used to be a boxer. I know how it feels to get hit in the ribs. So,
I got my wrist hurt. I got my wrist hurt before. And it's now painful. Every single time I laugh, it just
can't breathe.
hurts.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't.
You know how many times
No. Listen. My theory is I don't think he's fully healthy.
I don't think he is either.
No,
but-
because if
Not a chance.
if he was fully healthy, he would have not said that. I'm telling you right now. He would have not said that.
Hey, neither was Steve McNair for most of the seasons that he played. You ever hear him say he was tired?
Well, the media was also not that big back then. So
again, Steve McNair had a broken sternum on the middle of the field and still played the whole game. Did he ever say he was tired?
No, he was not.
I mean, no.
Okay, then.
I know, like I get it. There's a difference for me when you're hurt and when you don't take care of your body. And I think this is my biggest issue. You know, we didn't see AR get to play that full season because with his last rookie season, he was playing solid. Then he gets hurt, comes back, gets a concussion, his season's over, and we're all trying to build up this hype. And I kind of feel like he's sort of gone up, and then it kind of stagnated, and now it's starting to go downhill. And my worry is with the Colts. If he can't stay healthy to play consistent ball, you have to put Joe Flacco in. Because I saw that, I didn't see the full game, but I saw the end of it and I saw the highlights. I'm never in my life watching a game ever seen the words "I quit." My father used to say all the time, "Quitting is just another excuse for saying you're tired."
For sure.
You can't say it especially when you're in a division right now where if you look at the AFC South, it's a dead race between them and Houston right now.
Yeah.
And if this team, and look, I still think the Colts are a really great squad, but if your main factor that you put together isn't healthy, you cannot waste any more time. Start Joe Flacco, give AR time to build himself back up, and then put him in a position to succeed. And this is the thing, Champ, I agree with you. I watched a lot of Anthony Richardson film. This dude was not ready to be thrust to that position, but the Colts were so desperate to have a consistent quarterback who could not only throw the ball, like launch it, but also run, that they drafted AR. And I think they did it as a rush buy, and he didn't ever get to play healthy. So what I think they need to do, start Joe Flacco, let AR sit behind somebody and see them build up and give him time to get fully healthy. Because once AR's fully healthy, I believe he can be a great star. I just think right now this guy's not conditioned to play at this level. And that's not a negative aspect on his game. I just think he was rushed too soon, or he didn't take care of himself, and now we're seeing the after effects of what happened. Because there's no way that the Colts should be in a situation like this where you're dead even on the season and your quarterback isn't conditioned. Like, that's crazy to me.
Grant, I agree with you, but I can actually name one instance more specifically that I have seen a guy quit on his team, and that was LeBron James, Game 3 against the Phoenix Suns. They were down by like 25, 30 points, something like that. And then with like third quarter, he just decides to go back in the fucking locker room and then is in there for the rest of the game.
I know what you're talking about.
I remember, like,
I remember that game
when they was talking about what Jordan.
That is the last, besides
Jordan,
the last vivid moment that I can remember a player quitting on his team. Oh well, guys, we're down. Nothing I can do.
I remember what was it? Scottie Pippen. It had something to do with Well, it was a game.
Yeah, when
and
he
just
wanted to take
gave
the
up.
game-winning shot.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't want to. Yeah, he wanted to take the game-winning shot, and he just said, "Fuck it."
I'm just
Hey,
gonna.
you know what's crazy? That you know what? I remember. I think it was in 20. It was like before the pandemic. It was like that was when Coach K's like almost the second to last year. Remember at Carolina, we were down to 20 something. I think that was by far with the worst North Carolina basketball team ever with Cole Anthony.
Oh yeah, that.
And Coach K with Trey Jones telling nah, I'm not quitting. Alex O'Connell didn't quit. Freaking Matthew Hurt didn't quit. Freaking Joey Baker didn't quit. They were shooting buckets, and we were just hitting the ball nonstop. And guess what? I'll give that. Garrison Brooks had a good game. Same thing with Cole Anthony. I used to hate Cole Anthony, but not anymore. But at the end of the day, that's why you never quit. When you're down like 20-something, you don't quit. And Coach K tells his players, we didn't quit.
Let's tell the
2000
let's tell Champ, what was it, 92 or 93 Bills that had the largest playoff comeback Let's tell them all those teams, oh, well, guys, we're down 20 points. Time to give up.
No.
As a Falcon fan, bro, take example from fucking us.
28-3.
Not even just that. I haven't seen it with the fucking Cowboys,
Vikings,
Dolphins. I haven't seen it with fucking everybody.
History. Oh, well, guys, we lost.
Bears. Oh my God.
Why we're sitting up here talking about somebody quitting when we should be talking about that Hail Mary yesterday?
Oh my God! Let me get this off.
Because the thing is, look, let's talk to my boy PSP. I'm talking to him right now. He's looking. He's like, he doesn't have Washington winning the division, but guess what? They're the best. He's the best quarterback in that division right now. Is he lying?
No, he's not.
Is he lying?
No, he's not.
The thing is, we should be talking about the guy who nobody expected anything from, and Jaden Daniels. Because look, let's just keep it all the way 100. The only person that I ever heard this season said that the Washington football team or the Commanders or the Red Tails or whatever their name is today is. So the only person that I've seen say anything good about them at the beginning of the season, well, two people. I heard Broad say something, and I heard my boy Flash. Those are the only two people that I've heard say anything good prior to this season going on. And I will say PSP because that's his team. But other than that, nobody expected anything from the Washington Commanders at this point before the season. But now we're looking at Jaden Daniels right now as the potential rookie of the year. If he didn't wrap it up already last night.
That race is over.
I mean,
that race is over.
After last night is done.
I mean,
that race is done.
Yeah, if he didn't wrap it up last night. So the thing we need to be talking about is Jaden Daniels at this point, because you're not going to get a better Hail Mary than that. He threw damn near from the 20 in order to throw the whole damn field.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, also, Tyreek Stevens said, do me a favor and go ahead and start learning Japanese because the Tokyo Tigers are on line one. Your career done, buddy. There's no, I'm sorry. There is no way with the game on the line, you're over here going, you guys suck. We're going to beat your ass. And you have your fans on the edge going, bro, the play is going on. And then leave it to be karma for your hand to tip the ball into the hands of the receiver to win the game.
Bro.
I'm sorry, bro. That's the number one rule, and it makes me mad. The game isn't over until the clock hits 0.
Exactly.
So you doing all this cost you the game.
And he was so, bro.
And it's like you can't.
He was so into that, bro. It was to the point. I was watching it. I said, bro,
he didn't move until the damn play started.
I don't understand. If I was his teammate,
I would have beat him down like he stole something in the locker room.
Oh, you had a teammate in the locker room. We fighting. We're fighting.
We finna fight.
If I'm a teammate, I'm running the fade in the locker room, like straight up, bro.
No, hell, the hell with the locker room. I'm coming right up to him and I'm slamming his ass on the turf and smacking.
I watched that.
I ain't doing that for everybody to see. But in the locker room, I'm getting the fade ran straight up.
Jaden Daniels is to throw 300 yards. That's wild.
Bro, look, he was so into that, bro. He was so into that. I was looking at the receiver and I was like, bro, whoever he's on, if Jaden Daniels wanted to throw that shit like anywhere near him, he was.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was my bad, coach. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought that there was, when I first saw that footage, I thought it was too many men on the field. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what this idiot doing on the sideline? He gonna cost his team the game, man. Get off the field. Get off the field, dude. What is he doing?
I mean,
come to find out, you part of the whole play. You over here talking like, what is wrong with you?
Bro,
like I said, man,
his whole back was turned.
It's childish immaturity. That's literally it. And I don't care who you are. If I was his coach, I would make him run till his legs fell off. I don't care. The game isn't over till the clock hits 0. And you had that game locked. That game's over. And because of you being stupid and karma hitting you like a bitch, you threw away your chance to beat Washington in home. Excuse my language. But, dogs, again, I'll say this really quick. Chicago, for a team that came into this season with so much hype, they have really undelivered. This team is all over. Like, look, I understand Caleb Williams. Granted, say what you want about this. Like, look at this team. This team is 4-3, and they're at the bottom of the NFC North. Granted, the North is like a freaking, like I said, North is a freaking war zone this year. So you got to fight everybody for what we could get. But my biggest thing with Chicago is this. We were starting the season saying, oh, the O-line was costing Caleb. Oh, well, he's having this, having that. Caleb threw for like 100 yards in this game.
And Bears fans thought he had a better game than Jaden Daniels, and that's what makes me laugh my ass.
That's what makes me, yeah. And it's just like, I'm just going to, how much longer? Because I feel like the biggest thing that I've seen is a lot of people are shifting this blame away from Caleb, and they're blaming it from all these outside factors. When are we going to start asking, like, maybe it's Caleb Williams that is, I'm not saying he's the problem, but when are we going to start putting this blame on him? Because you can't be 4-3 with a completely revamped team that Chicago brought in this offseason to basically build for you the winning formula. And you completely, and you're having a season like this. Like
this first game showed that shit itself, bro. Like,
I just think Chicago is literally, like, this gonna sound stupid. I just think Chicago's cursed at this point. There's no way that a team with this much talent is 4-3. There's no way. And I find it crazy that, like, this team is good. It's just they get into the game and they come. I don't know whether it's just
they don't have no coaching.
And they don't have coach. Thank you. I was about to say that too. They don't have a coaching staff.
I mean, the coaches
don't build this team up to win. It's just the hype I heard about this team, and from what I've seen so far, we're 8 weeks in. It just is shocking to me. And it's go ahead.
Okay, I said this before this season, right? Not everyone is CJ Stroud, their rookie year. Not everyone is Dak Prescott, the rookie year. Not everyone is Big Ben, their rookie year. Yeah, Caleb has been bad. Like, he's not been this top 10 quarterback that everyone thought he was going to be right away. But I was like, listen, not every rookie quarterback is good in their rookie year. It doesn't matter what situation you have. They're going to make mistakes. I just think, like, people just have to calm down with the hype. Yeah, it eventually will get there. Like, Caleb, in my opinion, will be really good in the future. But I just think people just put too much expectations on rookie quarterbacks their first year in the league.
I can agree
with that. I think that people put – I'm sorry, Ken, my bad.
No, remember when CJ Stroud's expectations were low last year? No one thought the Texans were going to be that good. He outperformed his expectations.
Yeah,
for me, like, personally, with young quarterbacks, I put more expectations on their second year than their first year.
I agree.
Obviously, they're not going to be great right away.
Agree with that. But yeah, like what he was saying though, with like, oh, they only lost the game because of Stevenson. Yeah, sure. Let's negate the fact that your offense couldn't do a damn thing yesterday. You have 1st and goal on the 1 yard line, and you decide to hand it off to
the fucking line, bro.
Hey, I know this is not basketball, but I got to say this. Paolo Banchero is on pace to score 74 tonight.
Excuse me?
God damn.
He got it's halftime. It's halftime. He got 37.
Good Lord.
At halftime.
Yeah. Let's go.
Loop Nation.
But anyways, yo, PSP, what's going on, bro?
What's up, y'all? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We can. What's your thoughts on your Commanders, bro?
Oh man, I was on that Di Serrano last night after when I saw that Hail Mary. So by the way, champ, I'll get you a pair of them 9.5 glasses. Just send me the address. I'll hook you up with a pair of them 9.5 glasses. I know you like them 9.5 glasses. Honestly, man, when I looked at the game, I actually thought Washington, they should have beaten the brakes out of Chicago because there were too many times we had opportunities in the red zone and we couldn't cash in the check. I mean, there were penalties, there was even drop passes, but at the end of the day, man, I can't say enough about Dan Quinn, about the job that he has done, making me think less and less about Ben Johnson because I wanted Ben Johnson to come on the team, but that didn't happen. We got Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, to me, I think he should really strongly be in the conversation for Coach of the Year. I really do think so. I think Jaden Daniels, I think he's the leading candidate for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Champ has been telling me how pivotal Brian Robinson Jr. has been to the team, especially with the running game. Cliff Kingsbury has done a tremendous job with this offense. Tyreek Stevenson, you celebrating. It was a horrible and embarrassing look, man. As for DC, as for Commanders fans, this is a beautiful, beautiful feeling. But I'm just shocked. I cannot believe what I just saw. I thought once Chicago scored that touchdown, ball game was over. Then I came back to the house, and then I'm hearing messages from Roundup, Jaden Daniels, and I'm like, what happened? Did he get injured or something? And they were like, no, he threw the Hail Mary touchdown. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be shitting me. You got to be shitting me. I literally like spit my drink, and I'm like, I saw the Hail Mary. I'm like, oh my God, this cannot be happening. But man, this is a beautiful feeling. This is a beautiful feeling. We finally moved on from the shitty ass owner and Dan Snyder. And now we got something better, something to look forward to. Still a lot more work.
Hey, listen. Can I say something about that? That kind of reminded me of the Bengals and Ravens game back in 2014. Remember that Andy Dalton was throwing up a bullet, and guess what?
AJ Green.
He bottled it, and AJ Green caught it for the touchdown. That kind of reminded me of that game.
Hey, Brandon, one that play reminded me of.
What's up?
Was I think it was 2010.
Hold on.
I believe it was Mike Thomas when the Jaguars caught that Hail Mary.
Gerard, yep.
Against Houston.
Yeah.
Was it the Saints or Houston?
It was Houston.
No, Houston.
Okay.
It was Houston. Remember when I said that a coach should not get blamed for one playoff loss?
Uh-oh.
How does Dan Quinn feel right now that he's in Washington? Cowboys defense playing dog.
He's happy as hell because he finally got rid of the Dallas Cowboys. And now
they
talked about Mike Zimmer. Mike's going to do this. He's going to change
and let me jump in on this. But with Dan Quinn and the job he's doing in Washington, I think we need to start talking about what he's doing with that defense a lot more because that defense has greatly improved over the course of this season. I gotta give him credit because honestly, what we were saying, like the offense. There's more than likely, if anything, the offense was going to improve with Jaden Daniels. If anything was going to improve, but we were still just ragging on that defense. What Darren Quinn has been doing with that defense needs to be studied because they've improved greatly. I think honestly, that's like outside of Jaden Daniels pretty much locking up Offensive Rookie of the Year. That defense is the biggest reason why they're in the position that they're in because I feel like even with the offense scoring the points the way they were, if that defense was still anything like they were last year. They could be 500 or below. The defense stepping up is really one of the bigger reasons why they're 6-2. So we got to shout out. We got to shout out that defense a little more. That defense been balling. I got to give it to them.
Yeah, shout out to Frankie
Bobby Wagner as the leader of the team as well. Defense is not going to stop. Well,
must be nice.
Hey, Jerry Jones, you fired the wrong coach.
That's great.
That reminds me of Scott Fitter.
Hey, man. So. PSP, since you here, you think it's too early to rank Jaden Daniels right now? I mean, I just want to put this out there.
Look, I'm not going to go that far. I still think if I had to rank him, top 13, top 15, somewhere
Okay.
around that ballpark.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
That's
go
fair.
there yet. I do
That's fair.
believe he's better than Brock Purdy. I do believe he's better than Brock Purdy. I do believe he's better than Trevor Lawrence. I do believe Trevor Lawrence, yes.
Brandon move.
But I still need to see more. The thing is, with Washington, I will say this. Imagine how even better Jaden Daniels will be once we develop that O line. In the words of undisputed world champ, quarterback can't throw behind his back. And when you get an O line yeah, I'm looking at you right now, Cheb. I know how you feel it. We will definitely get an O line, but yes, I do believe Jaden Daniels. I would rank him top 13, top 15. I do think he's the best quarterback right now in the division, the NFC East.
Clears that.
Jalen Hurts has been playing a little bit better. Dak Prescott has been a turnover machine, and no one expects much from Daniel Jones to begin with in the first place. And by the way, Kieran, the Steelers should beat the Giants because he's 0-7 on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
So,
Brandon, I really want to talk about the Eagles and also a Dak Prescott stat if we have enough time.
Hey, go ahead. Hey, bro, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. We got like 15, 20 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
If you do, when you're done, bro, I gotta
15
get
minutes.
something off about the Saints.
Hey,
but
Brandon,
if we have time, so go
Man,
ahead.
Hey, bro, go ahead with your Eagles on, bro.
Shut up.
The visitors.
It feels good. This team is finally getting back into a rhythm that we have not seen since 2 years ago when they went to the Super Bowl. The offense is looking good. Defense, like honestly, me and my brother, we were watching the game. At first, like watching the Bengals gash us in the first 2 drives, we're like, oh, this is gonna be a long day. But then they started clicking away in the second half. Cooper DeJean, my God, you are special. The fact, like, I remember seeing the draft leaks and it said that Cooper DeJean was going to the Niners, but they took Ricky Pearsall. The fact that we got Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, oh, man, those 2 rookies are stepping up in very big ways. That interception by C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I mean,
yeah, that was good.
But, I mean, I said it in a group chat yesterday. A lot of people were criticizing Jalen Hurts heading into this season. He is finally getting back into his groove. I love seeing how confident he is now. He's actually now starting to use his legs, scramble out of the pocket instead of just dropping and taking sacks. He's making the right reads, hitting the good passes. Like yesterday, he only had 4 incompletions, 236 yards. Granted, he only had 1 touchdown, but he became the first player in NFL history with 1 passing TD and 3 rushing TDs in a single game. And I mean, I love to see what this team's doing now. Our schedule is favorable for the rest of the season. I mean, we got Jacksonville next week, which, speaking of which, wearing this for a reason because the Kelly Greens are back on Sunday. Gonna love watching that. But I mean, we still got Dallas twice. We got the Commanders twice. We got Baltimore. But I'm loving what I'm seeing from this team. But the Dak Prescott thing I want to get to.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You know, everyone said that he should have won MVP last year. How? Oh, he promised that he wasn't going to throw 10 interceptions last year. He threw 9 in 17 games. He has 8 interceptions in 7 games this season.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. That contract might be one.
And it's not like, oh, 1 game he has 1 game he has 2, 1 game he has 3. He has 4 games with 2 interceptions each.
But he's top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5,
you know, he and Baker are right up there.
Okay.
Guess who I am?
You know, he and Baker are right up there with turnovers.
Okay. Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Kieran.
That contract is bad, man.
Very bad.
Listen. Dak at his best is a good quarterback. I'm not gonna that.
He's counting the money.
Kieran hilarious.
Okay, but anyway, like sometimes players don't live up to their contract, and that's what Dak is doing right now. I don't think it's all his fault, because that run game is pitiful.
Yeah.
I think
Brock
relying on a guy
Purdy
like
had
Dak,
as many rushing yards as the Dallas Cowboys rushing game.
I think like Dak to me is like Jared Goff. You put a lot of weapons around him, you get a good offensive line. He's going to play like a really good quarterback. When you don't have good weapons around him, he's going to play average to below average, and that was Dak is doing right now.
Wow.
So, like I said, yeah, Dak at his best is good, but it's just not enough. George Pickens, baby, woohoo!
Oh, he scored?
Yeah.
Yep.
But at the same time,
That's
but at the same time, this is also on Jerry. Dak could have been a free agent in 2025.
Yeah,
Jerry, you didn't have to pay him $240 million. If you wanted to get yourself a quarterback, if you wanted to move on and put yourself in the best position, why not do that? At the end of the day, this is on Jerry. And by the way, I got to say this real quick. I know I'm digressing. For him to go on that radio host when they were just asking him questions about football, it's not like Jerry, it's not like you're in therapy session, man. They're asking you questions regarding football. Just own it. And the problem is with Jerry, you could have gotten yourself a Derrick Henry. You didn't do that. You could have gotten yourself a running back in the draft. You didn't do that. It's not just that. It's the offensive line. They're not the offensive line they once were. The running backs now, you're getting running backs in Zeke and Dalvin Cook past their prime. Without CD, who are you going to respect? And on defense, look, we understand you got so many injuries, but you can't stop the run. You just can't run. And if you look at the Cowboys schedule, it's only going worse. Because to Broad's point, they got to deal with the Eagles twice, the Commanders twice, and they got to deal with a bunch of other things.
They got to deal with our boys Sunday.
Football. All teams that can run the football. So imagine how is it going to be for Dallas? Jerry, if you want to do something in the offseason, if you want to try to get your hands on one of these top guys, heck, if you want to try to get Travis Hunter or whatever, I would suggest you might as well take for the rest of the season. I don't advocate taking, but you damn sure ain't making the playoffs with the roster as presently constructed.
Nope.
Remember how Jerry Jones said he was going to go all in the offseason? Yeah, that was a lie.
Brandon.
All in mediocrity.
You want my opinion?
You paid CD, you paid Dak Prescott, but how are you going to pay Micah?
Oh, no,
They're not.
he ain't. They're not.
They can't.
Micah, you might as well just sit out the rest of the season and wave the Cowboys bye-bye.
Here's my thing.
I would.
To leave pressure off that. To leave.
Hey, Chris, you got anything to say? You got anything to say, Chris?
I'm gonna keep it short. Hold up. First off, I don't know. You can see that horns down. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? Flores next. Oh yeah, Falcons and Bucks. You know what I'm saying? It was a good game. You know what I'm saying? We should have beat. Wait, can y'all hear me? Or am I like?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we should have beat them by, you know what I'm saying, 2 scores. I don't know why we fumbled that one drive, and Kuz should have sealed it. But you know, Kirk Cousins, man, that Achilles looks good, bro. Because he had that 13-yard run, and I was screaming so loud when he did that play, bro. It was so clutch. And yeah, man, swept the Bucks.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
shout out that Bishop Wood Viking.
Kurt Mar Jackson.
Vanilla Vic, bro. Vanilla Vic. That's all.
Yeah.
There are two awards in the NFL right now that are like officially done. I feel like Offensive Rookie of the Year is done. Comeback Player of the Year is done. Go and bring that bad boy to Atlanta. Comeback Player of the Year is over. Just go and ship it to Atlanta. It's done. It's a wrap. Huh?
Who's comeback player?
Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
You know, A-Rod. Ain't no A-Rod. But
That's what I had A-Rod, but nah, he ain't here.
Wait, hold on, Brandon. Who do you think should win comeback?
At first, before the season, it was Aaron Rodgers.
Man.
Don't steal that bad boy up and ship it to Atlanta. It's over with. Kirk Cousins got that a lot.
Send him to retirement home.
Can I say something about
Go
that?
ahead, Karen.
Hold on. Before you go, like I don't know if y'all heard me, but shout out that Archbishop Wood Viking Kyle Pitts yesterday. He had himself.
Listen. I'm not opposed.
Put me on the screen.
I'm not
put me on screen.
happy.
Hold on, man. Hold on, man.
Man,
60
that
plus,
whack
man.
ass.
60 plus
That
for a
whack
straight,
ass.
man. 60
That whack
plus.
ass.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
he in the chemistry. Him and
Okay.
Kirk in the chemistry.
He having his year, man. Hey,
Okay.
I feel
Even though
good.
he almost sold on that touchdown.
Yeah, he almost sold.
Okay.
I
He
can't count.
did almost sell that second touchdown.
I can't count. He did.
That's
Hey,
Hey, Kieran, go ahead, bro.
So the Cowboys, right? I'm not crazy about taking running backs in the first round.
Ashton
They should-
Genty.
Ashton Genty.
Yeah,
hope to
get
God
that
he
guy
doesn't.
from Boise State. I'm just saying, like,
I hope to God he does not go there.
He's
because
from Dallas.
if Dak gets a run game,
Yeah, but he's a Dolphins fan.
if Dak gets a run game, I think he'll play much better. So,
Yeah, BRF. He's from Frisco, but he's a Dolphins fan.
I get that, but I promise you, Jerry Jones with his Jerry Jones. If Jerry Jones would be like, yeah, I'm trading. Do what we need to do. What do I need to do to get him? Nobody should be outbidding Jerry Jones for Ashton Genty. Just straight up.
I hope someone does.
I know, but in reality, just no. I don't see it. And if they don't get him, if Jerry Jones don't find a way to get Ashton Genty in next year's draft, he need to put the whole value meal in the bag. Is all I'm gonna say. He got to go.
I mean, Cincy, Cleveland,
Yeah, because I think Chubb is gone after this year. So
I mean, Cincy especially, they need a running back.
I mean,
they need one.
hey, I'm just saying, since he gets Ashton Genty,
Oh no.
If Cincinnati gets him,
might be
Just give the Bengals the AFC North crown.
No, that might be the greatest offense ever.
For sure. But hey man, you know how we do before we end the show, man. Winner's a loser, champ. Who's your winner and loser for this week?
The loser has to be the WASH wash.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the Jets.
Jets. It has to be the Jets.
Yo,
Patriots.
That's top 10 wide receiver.
You get no. Hold on. Let me finish. You get beat by the Patriots, number one. After you tried to, fire Robert Saleh, then you try to build a little super team, and you still ain't getting no better. And you're looking even worse on defense. You looking worse on defense, and you have some
Defense
of the
is
best
gone, champ.
in the NFL.
So their defense is cooked.
He took that defense with him.
And look, like Matt Ryan said, my greatest Falcons quarterback of all time. So, like Matt Ryan said, there's no other moves to be made. And he said it on live television on CBS. Don't be surprised if some of these players are looking to get the hell up out of there in the next couple of years.
Next year. And Sauce Gardner. We need another cornerback.
I'm sorry.
Bring the Sauce to the A, man.
Sauce is not. I'm sorry.
And wouldn't it be perfect? Hey, look, hold on. Let me say something too. Wouldn't the marketing be perfect for Bijan and Sauce Gardner? Like, come on, like,
if we're gonna hold on real quick, bro. If we're gonna bid on players with the Jets, if we're gonna bid on players from the Jets, if he didn't get injured, I'd take Jermaine Johnson if you didn't get hurt.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Let me go Penny like I usually do. Move, bitch. Here I am. We moving on.
But the biggest winner of this week has to be the Detroit Lions, man.
Oh yeah,
your quarterback only threw for 89 yards, the fewest yards in the Super Bowl era, and y'all still go out there and beat a team.
Ken, that's really a game manager.
Hey, look, for those of you who down south on this panel, you remember what your mama taught you about getting beat like you stole something? That's exactly what happened to the Tennessee Titans. They got beat like they stole some. So the biggest winner this week has to be the Detroit Lions. They're the best team in the league, man. I know they're not undefeated. I know they're not the Kansas City Chiefs, but guess what? Detroit Lions is the best team in the league, man. Sonic and Knuckles, shout out to BRF. They ain't playing, man.
That's such a fire running back duo.
It is a fire running back duo name. It is, and it's funny because David Montgomery was the one. I think they were talking to David Montgomery about that, and he said, "Yeah, they want to call us Sonic and Knuckles, so we're gonna deal with it." I'm like, "Yo, that is perfect. That is so perfect."
Hey, Bar, go ahead, bro.
Jameer Gibbs, man.
He's him.
My biggest loser. Wow. Actually, you know, I'll start
Broad,
with
time out real quick. Freddie Freeman just hit another home run. The Dodgers got the
Braves
Yankees up.
legend, bro. Braves legend. Oh my god, bro.
So my bad.
I
My
love
bad,
you, Freddie.
The Dodgers, man, and here I am picking the Yankees at 6. The Dodgers finna sweep them, bro.
Great breaking news on this show.
First off,
if
the Dodgers end up sweeping the Yankees. It's going to be hilarious because the Yankees got swept, but also I'm going to be pissed off because really we hyped up this series for a fucking sweep.
For a sweep.
Took Ohtani 1 year. He won the World
crazy.
Series off a sweep.
That's crazy.
Biggest winner. You know what? As much as I want to say Jalen Hurts, as much as I want to say the Detroit Lions. No, the biggest winner, we got to shout out them tight ends. National Tight End Day was yesterday.
I was just going to say that, too.
It was the record for receptions by tight ends with 177. The record for national, that was an NFL record for most receptions by tight ends in a single day. But the record for National Tight Ends Day, they broke this year with 16 touchdowns. So they're the biggest winner. Shout out to all the tight ends out there.
I like that. He took my winners, bro.
And the loser, Chip, you made a really good point with the Jets. Honorable mention as well as the Vikings for choking away that Rams game. But the loser by far is the Baltimore Ravens. You lost to an inept offense that didn't know how to score points throughout a majority of this season. How? How?
Their fingerlings.
Yep. That's crazy. Go ahead, Coach.
Well, Broad took my winners. I was gonna say tight ends. Hey, after all the first few weeks of all the tight end play, they picked the right week to do something.
It's always
perfect week. So, yeah, man. I can't even say those are my winners. But losers. I ain't gonna lie, man. The Vikings, bro.
Yeah.
Losing 2 straight. And knowing your division, know how your division is.
I just don't get how for the Vikings.
Especially when you up 14-0 early.
The second half.
Also,
that
Vikings game. Shame on you, ref, for not calling a fucking face mask. And saying, well,
I agree. That's just
right in front of you.
If he's right there and you go,
that was wild.
It proves to me that we need to make these referees full time.
There's no way you're telling. Didn't they? Wait, let me say this because I'm like, I know I'm not tripping, but didn't they used to have a rule where you could like challenge a penalty?
Yeah, that was on for pass interference. The New Orleans Saints.
Pass interference.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Like
they had it, and then they weren't turning it over for any of the calls, so they got rid of it the next year.
Wow, bro! Like,
and the thing is, Justin Jefferson was about to have a record year, bro. Like a record game, bro. He was going for over. It looked like he was going to go for 200, bro. And you stop passing him the ball. Y'all
Jared Verse thought that he was about to get flagged for a face mask.
And hey, can I mention another loser?
Go ahead, Coach.
Cause y'all could have fucking won this game if y'all didn't fucking sell on the fucking 1 yard line. The fucking Raiders, bro. Y'all could have won that fucking game. Y'all actually could have fucking beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, they could.
Y'all ain't selling the fucking 1 yard line after getting a pick, bro. Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, go ahead, bro.
Trying to think different. Losers. Even though I always saw the highlights, but the Ravens wide receivers, the amount of missed drops I saw, that was like so unbelievable. And of course, Lamar's gonna get the blame. But winners. I think about 2 players. One, Puka Nacua, bro. Short time.
Yeah.
Balled out. What, he had like 8 catches over 100 yards. Baller. And of course, bias, Jesse Bates, you know what I'm saying? Forced fumble, picked off, interception with that weak flea flicker they were trying to do. So, yeah.
For sure,
Top 2, not 2. Top 2, not 2. Give him.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, Kyle Hamilton dropped the pick. But don't feel
We all have you can go ahead.
All right. So for the winners, I'm gonna give because this is gonna be a pretty stat filled winners for me. I'm gonna give an honorable mention to the 2024 Comeback Player of the Year. That'll be Mr. Kirk Cousins. I'm giving him a shout out. Check these stats out versus Tampa Bay this year. 65 of 87, 785 yards, 8 touchdowns in 2 games.
And 1 interception, but yeah.
And 1 pick in 2 games against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's like domination on like a whole nother level. So shout out to Kirk Cousins for just making Tampa Bay your bitch for the month of October. Love every second of it. Anyway.
Think that shit.
But anyways, the biggest winner for me is the Detroit Lions. I mean, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. It's the Detroit Lions. I got another stat for y'all. In the Detroit Lions' last 5 games, 24 offensive touchdowns, 19 incompletions. That is insane. That is crazy work on the highest.
That
was real.
That is like bro. That stat reminded me of the Josh Allen playoff game against the Patriots when he had the same amount of incompletions as he did passing touchdowns.
I'm talking about 24 offensive touchdowns to 19 incompletions in the last 5 games for that offense. That is just dirty work on a whole nother level. They are the best team in the National Football League. I'm with Champ. I get the Kansas City Chiefs are undefeated, but I just feel like Detroit right now is just they're clicking on levels offensively. We ain't seeing any good minute. So I think the Detroit Lions are my biggest winners. The biggest loser, I'm singling out the one. It's Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
It's Aaron Rodgers. Let's keep it a buck. You got your coach fired. Let's just keep it 100. You got your coach fired. And then on top of it's basically because the coach wanted to the coach wanted to take the play calling away from Nathaniel Hackett, and I guess you didn't like it. So I guess you put a little birdie in Woody Johnson's ear. He fires him. And then you do that just for them to give Todd Downing the offensive play calling anyway. And not only that, you go get your boy Devontae Adams, and you still ain't won a game since.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You 2-6. Y'all are done. Y'all are done.
About Robert touching my bestie Nathaniel.
Basically, it's pretty much what it boiled down to. That's like an equivalent of being a little kindergarten student going to your teacher and telling that somebody hit you with nobody looking at you. I mean, that's pretty much what the equivalent is. Like,
you want to know how many yards Devontae Adams has had this season so far? He's been on the Jets. He's had 6 catches for 84 yards.
Yeah.
Not surprised. All that to play worse with the Jets than you did with the Raiders.
Yep.
All that. And it's like the Robert Saleh firing is now one of the most pointless. It's like the most pointless move of the NFL season to this point.
Because your defense didn't get better, it got worse.
It got worse. And ironically,
I was just gonna say it.
Ironically, Saleh joins the Packers coaching staff.
And now watch what now. Even though the defense didn't play that good this Sunday, he went there to kind of like almost like kind of like a I don't want to say like a quality control coach kind of in a way, but kind of in that realm. But even still, like what are we doing here? Like Aaron Rodgers. I guess the Jets figured, hey, we still think you're him. You're gonna be able to cover up some of the weaknesses that the rest of the team are gonna show. If anything, he became one of the biggest weaknesses of the team. So I hate to say karma will come back to get you, but karma will come back to get you. My biggest loser is Aaron Rodgers, like straight up.
All right, y'all. Kieran, real quick, who's your winner and loser?
My winner is the Cardinals.
Okay.
Because Kyler Murray was amazing. They actually used Marvin Harrison Jr. to his strengths this week.
Right.
And if they can build off of this, I think they can actually make the playoffs. They're 4-4. They're actually winning their division right now. So I don't want to talk about them. My loser is the Ravens because you can't lose that game. Like I I don't care what excuses they have about the sun being in their face. I don't care what excuses Lamar has, like, oh, like the sun was blinding us. Like, bro, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Where
You have,
For
you
sure.
have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And by the way, Tom Munkin, you give Derrick Henry 11 carries, really? Like,
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. That's wild. Hey, Grant, real quick, who's your winner and loser?
All right, so my winner for the week, I'm gonna spice it up a little bit. My winner for the week is the Philadelphia Eagles, because they put that ass whooping on the Bengals, and the offense, it's clicking, and because I know the offense was a little all over the place, but it's slowly starting to click, and I think that's really important, because if this team starts to click, that NFC East is, I'm telling you, that offense starts to click, Washington's gonna have some competition. My loser. And this is a personal gripe, is the New Orleans Saints. Because just when you think just when you think that this team can't get any worse, you're telling me we only managed to get a safety and 2 field goals, and that was it.
Yeah, that's good.
And I understand the team is injury ridden, and I understand all this is going on with the team. But I'm out, bro. I can't do this no more. Like, you know how many quarterbacks that this team has gone through since Drew Brees retired? 7. 7. I'm gonna repeat that again.
Damn, they're like the Cleveland
7.
Browns.
They're the Cleveland Browns of the NFC South.
Wow.
And Dennis Allen, I don't know how you still have a job, because you talk like Michael Jackson out there on that football field. Oh, well, we just gotta go out there and play offense, guys. Come on, it's okay, Derek. He's just gonna get healthy. I'm over it at this point. This team is honestly just, if this, and I don't know what to say at this point, but this team's season's over. And that was probably because I thought it would get worse after Denver. That's just the nail in the coffin for me.
Grant says that.
Why is Alvin Kamara signing a contract extension with them, bro?
I said that, bro.
You know what,
bro,
you know what they're
doing?
doing? They're kicking the can down the road to when they actually have to make this payment work, because we're already destroyed in cap space.
Exactly.
So now it's
That's
just like they're just pushing.
But
It's literally like, it's like when you get an injury and you don't go see the doctor and you just wait to see until it gets to the point where it's so bad you have to go see somebody.
Bro,
that's what the Saints are doing.
Bro, I'm like, bro, why the fuck did he sign that shit? I'm like, bro, come on, G.
Yeah.
Like,
But hold on. Grant said that, but he was thinking this.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys so much. You guys are assholes.
For sure. All right, y'all, man. That includes the end of the show. Got a little announcement for y'all. Wednesday, we're back. Wednesday. 7 Eastern Party is back. It's gonna go down, man.
By the way, Tyrese Mid-Burton.
Hey, like I said, man.
We met Wednesday, man.
Hey, we all know Tyrese Maxey the better Tyrese anyway. Moving on.
Hey,
he's always been better.
Tyrese might be the second best point guard in the state of Indiana. Just saying.
It might be third.
Damn.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. There might be someone in high school in Indiana right now, probably better than Tyrese Halliburton. So,
all right, y'all. Any last words before we head out? Any last words?
Always
a minute.
A privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to share the stage with each and every last one of you young men on this panel, man. Y'all are talented. Y'all are great. Congratulations on everything y'all have done thus far this year. And let's close out this year with a bang. We got 2 months left, man. Let's make every day count.
Yes, sir.
Hey, all it takes is one good day.
For sure. Bro.
Hey, you know, man, I'm super excited to see what this team does. Go Bears, but also, oh, man, next Saturday, man, my boys got a big game against them Buckeyes.
Yep.
Hoping that Abdul Carter, that boy, cooks like he's been doing all season. Yard, baby.
For sure. Coach.
Yeah, man, you know, Blueprint Podcast every Tuesday, man. Tune in.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all y'all every time. Oh, also, I wasn't on here last week. Say what I had to say, but hey, shout out my motherfucking cousin Jalen Walker, bro. Amazing fucking game. Amazing fucking game, bro. Shocked the fucking world, man. I love it, bro. So, feel me?
Wait, DJ?
You said what?
You said DJ on Walker, bro?
Yeah.
Walker, the one on.
Yeah.
Damn. Shit.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
For For
from
sure,
my
for
area
sure.
and shit. So yeah,
Hey,
man.
for sure. Hey, Coach, any last words? I mean, not Coach, Chris. I'm tripping.
Go Dogs, man. Florida, we got Florida, one of my favorite rivalry games. You already know. Penn State, Ohio State should be a good game. I'm not gonna lie, if Ohio State loses, then
Ohio State are frauds, so that's not going to surprise me.
Oregon to the natty. Oregon to the natty.
Hey, we
BRF.
haven't beaten
Any
them
last
like
words?
2016. The streak needs to end at some point.
Hey, I'm basically gonna do the same thing. My 706 brother champ said, me, hey, it's kind of funny. I'm a couple of years older than champ. So you know what? I'm gonna shout out all y'all, man, doing y'all thing, man. I'm just happy to see people on here doing what they love to do and having a blast and trying to make a career out of this, which is I think is awesome. You know what I'm saying? I will never doubt my Georgia Bulldogs again. Champ was kind of on me last weekend about picking Texas because Georgia didn't show me enough, and then Georgia decided to hit Texas in the mouth. So I'm definitely proud of them boys.
For that, by the way.
Also, go Falcons, 5-3, 4-0 in the NFC South. Got to represent it as well. But I mean, but just for real though, man, it's just an honor to share the stage with y'all boys, man. And I have fun every time I get onto this. And we got about a couple months left in the year. I want to see as many pipe bombs as possible. We ain't playing no more. 2 more months ago, we ain't playing no more. Man, it's time to let folks feel it. It's time to cook the rest of the year.
And trying to whoop them Cowboys this week, man.
I'm ready to, boy. I'm ready to BTA them boys so bad, boy. I'm just saying.
And after y'all play them, we got them the week after in Dallas. Oh man, I cannot wait for that.
Boy, I hope we tie them up and just leave y'all the scraps, man. I ain't even lying.
Hey, Karen, any last words?
The Ravens suck. Lamar Jackson's my son.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, Grant, any last words?
Nah, listen. Appreciate you having me on, Brandon. It's fun
sure,
always being on here with you boys. This year was school kicking my butt. So 2025, we're going all in on the content. Follow all over Grant's Clips. We're going on a 5-year plan to blow up this platform to go crazy.
There's one thing that we can agree on.
And also, rest in peace to Eric Ten Hag's career. And thank you for giving me the greatest laugh watching Diego Dallo miss that wide open shot. But other than that, call your parents, tell them you love them. Grant is out. Peace.
For sure. For all the people here, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, we are out. See y'all Wednesday for the return of the basketball show. We're out. Peace.
Shout out to Colorado. Rest up.